today we will discuss about another very secure, very fast and widely used transmission media known as optical fiber. In twisted pair and in coaxial cables, we noted that we were making use of copper metal to transmit the signals. Means in that we were making use of electric field. But in this case, the data transmission takes place using the light pulses. Means we are making use of light rays for data transmission in optical fibers. So the optical fiber जो है that carries the signal in the form of visible light rather than the electric current, because I told you that electric current was used to carry the signal in twisted pair and in a coaxial cable. So what is the makeup of the optical fiber? At the center you see here we have a thin high purity hair width strand of silica or glass. This core is made up of glass or silica. So this is the core through which the light propagates, and this core is surrounded by a glass cladding with a lower index of refraction rather than core. It means the core is higher, denser, and the cladding is less denser as compared to the core. Although the materials for making up of core and cladding may be same, but their refractive indexes are different. Core is more denser and cladding is less denser as compared to the core. So this cladding, this is again covered with a plastic jacket so that it actually don't have the impact of physical damage or the environmental conditions. So the three important parts are this core to carry the light pulses, then the cladding, and then the jacket. And this is like a hair bit, these optical fiber cables. So what is the geometry of fiber optics? यहाँ पे समझने वाली बात ये है कि जो ऑप्टिकल फाइबर है that works on the principle of total internal reflection. This is very important. It works on a principle of total internal reflection. अब होता क्या है? Suppose this is our core, more denser. This is cladding, which is less denser. Now when an incident ray falls, and this is normal, and when the light travels from more denser to the lesser denser media, then it is refracted away from the normal. So here the angle of incidence is less than the critical angle, so refraction takes place. So what is critical angle? The critical angle is the angle at which the light stops refraction but starts the reflection. अब क्योंकि यहाँ पे रिफ्रैक्शन हो रहा है, रिफ्लेक्शन नहीं हो रहा, so it means I is less than critical angle. अब देखिए we just increased the incidence ray, the angle of incidence we actually increased by some degree. Now see here it was refraction, but now it is not refracted. It actually starts to reflect the light. So it is the 90 degree to the normal. So this is known as a critical angle. So it means in this case I is equal to critical angle. Now we are again increasing the angle of incidence by some degree. Now see, now not at all the refraction taking place. Now the reflection starts to happen. So it means when the angle of incidence is greater than critical angle, then the light starts to reflect, because this is more denser and this is less denser. So we are taking it as core. So, and this is actually cladding. It means when the angle of incidence is greater than critical angle, then the light does not pass through the cladding, but it is actually reflected at the boundary of the core and cladding towards the core part. So this is the geometry of the fiber optics. So this is the way how actually fiber optics works. This is the core through which the light passes. This is cladding, and this all mechanism, this bouncing back and forth, it is called as a total internal reflection. अब होता क्या है कि जो लाइट सोर्स है which can be an light emitting diode और इंजेक्शन लेजर डायोड, इसको हम एक एंड पे प्लेस करते हैं. ओके तो जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि जो ऑप्टिकल फाइबर है that works on the principle of total internal reflection. So the light rays can be used to transmit a huge amount of data. Okay, but there is problem. The light rays travel in straight line. हमें पता है कि जो light ray है वो हमेशा straight line में ही propagate करती है. So unless we have a straight long wire without any bands at all, तो ऐसा तो हो ही नहीं सकता कि मैंने कोई फाइबर ऑप्टिक्स बिछानी है और वो सीधी की सीधे ही बिछाऊं मैं, क्योंकि कहीं पे हमें उसको बेंड भी करना पड़ सकता है, कहीं पे हमें उसको किसी अलग एंगल पे, कभी किसी अलग एंगल पे हमें उसको बेंड करना पड़ सकता है. इसका मतलब कि ये एक प्रॉब्लम थी. उस प्रॉब्लम को ही सॉल्व करने के लिए क्या यूज किया गया, टोटल इंटरनल रिफ्लेक्शन, ताकि हम फाइबर ऑप्टिक्स की केबल को बेंड भी कर सकें. सो इंस्टेड जो ऑप्टिकल केबल है दैट आर डिजाइन सच दैट दे बेंड ऑल द लाइट रेज, कि वो सभी लाइट रेज को बेंड कर दें इनवर्ड्स यूजिंग द टोटल इंटरनल रिफ्लेक्शन. सो लाइट रेज ट्रेवल्स कंटिन्यूसली बाउंसिंग ऑफ the optical fiber balls and transmitting end to end data. Okay, तो यहाँ देखो ये it is actually light source, it is bending, means total internal reflection is taking place in the core part of the fiber optics. So at the end, because here we have the receiver, so when the ray is reflected back into core material, finally when they reach the receiving end, they are detected by a photoacceptor. So we can say that although the light signals do degrade, क्योंकि degrade तो होगी, क्योंकि जब ये बाउंस ऑफ हो रही है यहाँ से, इसकी एनर्जी में कमी आ रही है. So it can degrade over the progressive distances depending on the purity of the material that we are making use. But this loss is much less than compared to using a metal cable, जो हमने ट्विस्टेड पेयर या कोएक्सियल केबल में किया था. सो ऑल्दो देयर इज एक्चुअली डिग्रेडेशन ओवर द प्रोपेगेशन, लेकिन ये उतना नहीं है जितना कि हम इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड का जब यूज करते थे उससे बहुत ही कम है. अब हम बात करते हैं कनेक्टर्स की. जो कनेक्टर्स हैं हमारे पास यहाँ पे तीन टाइप के आते हैं. वन इज नोन एज एससी कनेक्टर, जो कि कनेक्ट करता है फाइबर ऑप्टिक्स को फॉर द केबल टेलीविजन. उसके बाद ये वाला एससी कनेक्टर है. उसके बाद एसटी कनेक्टर है जो कनेक्ट करता है फाइबर ऑप्टिक्स को टू द नेटवर्क डिवाइसेस, दिस वन. एंड दिस इज एमटीआरजे कनेक्टर है जो स्मॉल साइज्ड है एंड विच इज यूज्ड फॉर नेटवर्किंग एप्लीकेशंस. सो दीज थ्री are the connectors that are used in optical fibers. Now comes the what are the different types of the fiber optics. So जो fiber optics है हमारे पास, वो हमारे पास actually में दो टाइप की होती है, सिंगल मोड और एक होती है हमारे पास मल्टी मोड. जो मल्टी मोड है वो भी दो टाइप की होती है. वन इज नोन एज स्टेप इंडेक्स एंड अनदर इज नोन एज ग्रेडेड इंडेक्स. जो हमारे पास जो सिंगल मोड फाइबर है, these fibers are actually used for the long distance transmission of the signals. और जो ये मल्टी मोड है, these fibers are used for short distance transmission of the signals. So in next lecture we will discuss about the single mode and multi mode of the fiber optics. Thanks for watching.